Hello everyone, welcome to today's session, and today's session is all about mindset. So as an entrepreneur, how you can strengthen your mindset and how you can actually work on developing that to make your business even more successful. Now, mindset is key in everything that we do, and that can be in business, it can be in the work environment, but it can be in life in general. So your mindset can really play a big part in this success. Now, my name is Sully Ali and I'm a leadership coach and trainer. So welcome once again to this webinar. Okay, so before we move on, let's talk about mindset and what it actually means. So mindsets are beliefs about yourself and your most basic qualities. It's a collection of thoughts and beliefs that shape your thought habits. So a belief, okay, is something that can really influence your decisions. It can influence your choices that you make, but also your perception of the world. So your thought habits affect how you think, what you feel, and what you do. And your mindset impacts how you make sense of the world and how you make sense of you. Now, Dr. Carol Dweck, who was a psychologist from Stanford University in California, found that people's beliefs about their abilities differ. So there's two types of mindset. You've got a fixed mindset. So characteristics of somebody with a fixed mindset is you are who you are and you stay who you are. Okay, what that means is you want to stay as you are. You don't believe in learning. Okay, no matter how much learning you do, how much development you do, you're going to stay the same. So a fixed mindset leads to a desire to look smart and therefore a tendency to avoid any particular challenges. They may give up easily, or they see effort as fruitless or worse, or they feel threatened by the success of other people. On the other hand, you've got somebody with a growth mindset. So that is somebody who has the ability to change through the learning process. So somebody with a growth mindset leads to a desire to learn and therefore has a tendency to embrace new challenges, persists in the face of any setbacks. So it makes them more resilient and they persevere to any particular challenges that they face. They see effort as a path to mastery. They learn from criticism and they find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. Now, people with a growth mindset see their qualities as things that can be developed through their dedication and effort. So what are the benefits of a growth mindset? Well, there are several benefits, okay? So somebody with a growth mindset would be able to enjoy life, get more fulfillment out of life, even when, they're not actually good at something, or they understand that it's okay to make mistakes, but it's all a learning process. It also helps to build their confidence, build their self-esteem. It can help improve relationships. And a person with a growth mindset would also not stress about being perfect. So somebody who actually has that inclination of always having perfection in whatever they do, they're going to face a lot of stress and it's going to be difficult for them to grow. It can also lower the risk of depression. Now, not a lot of people would link this to depression, but somebody who's always wants perfection in their work, that can cause them anxiety and depression. So somebody with a growth mindset is less likely to have that condition. They'd be better at taking responsibility for their own life. They see single events as just that, and single events don't actually define them. It also increases resilience to labels and stereotypes. Somebody with a growth mindset would also see their setbacks as useful and they would learn from them. They would also enjoy putting in time and effort rather than fearing that. It also improves your company or your business because it can help you to think of new ways to improve the quality of your products, whether you offer a service or you look at long-term growth strategies for your business. And it can also avoid feelings of superiority. So somebody with a fixed mindset creates an urgency to prove themselves to others, whereas somebody on the growth mindset side wouldn't really care about what other people think, but don't care about being superior and see actually success of other people that can inspire socially to growth mindset. Okay, so the next slide showing is a self-fulfilling cycle. Now, it all actually starts with your belief. So your belief that feeds into action, action feeds into results, and then results back into belief. So you can see it says belief is the key to the system. So somebody with a strong self-belief, would also be inspired to actually take action, and they will be motivated to take that action on their goals, on their ideas, and on their passions and ambitions. Now, one of the other things that you could include within that cycle is growth. So at every stage, there's a process where there's going to be continuous growth taking place. So, and with regards to self-belief, that's not good enough on its own. Okay, so we're not saying that somebody who has self-belief will be able to achieve everything that they want. The key is taking action. So action can take months, it can take weeks, it can take years, and it can take many mistakes as well. And you'll never do the action without the belief. You've probably all seen this quote somewhere before. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. And that's by Henry Ford. So, we often struggle because of the stories that we hear from other people, or the stories we tell ourselves about the things that we can or we can't do. And for example, for me, when I started my coaching business, I started looking into speaking as well. And I knew that I wanted to inspire people, not just one to one, but one to many. And I knew I had to build that skill. So I, started, I joined a speaking club, and I knew initially that, that I had that belief that, yes, I can improve my speaking skills, which is why I joined a local speaking club. So it's absolutely true, absolutely 100% true that if you think that you can achieve something, then you're more likely to achieve it. If you think you can't, and then you won't. So there are 5 key qualities when it comes to being an entrepreneur. So these 5 key qualities are not specific just to any one kind of person, and there's no ideal entrepreneur out there. It's really these 5 key priorities or key qualities that I think personally are probably the most useful for any entrepreneur to be successful and create that mindset. So the first one is perseverance. So the ability to withstand repeated rejection and disappointment is an essential part of an entrepreneur's makeup. It's recognizing the fact that it's all right to fail as long as you're failing in a forward direction. And we know lots of people throughout history who have had to persevere. Some of these people include people like Steve Jobs. Again, he was thrown out of his company, and look, he came back stronger, and he had huge success with his projects. Then you've got people like Oprah Winfrey. Again, she was labeled not being fit for TV when she first started her career, and that could have really destroyed her confidence. But the fact is that actually she came back, and she fought, and now she's one of the most influential women, on the planet. So you can see people in the past who've had failures, but they've not gave up, and they've had to persevere. One of the other persons is Colonel Saunders, who was rejected 1,000 times before he started KFC at the age of, I think, 56 or 57. So, there's no age limit to taking action on your goals. So perseverance is key, and it just says successful entrepreneurs are able to draw lessons from rejection as well as prevent it from damaging their self-esteem. Flexibility. So again, as an entrepreneur, you have to have that flexibility. You're going to come across unexpected challenges, and that's not going to be one challenge. It's going to be time and time again. So you must be flexible enough to actually, solve problems as they crop up, and just recover quickly from any setbacks that you have. Now, for example, for me, I deliver workshops, and sometimes at those workshops, I don't get all the people who actually book on, or the first few times when I started to hold these workshops, I was only getting a handful of people, and that could have really thrown me, and I could have said, no, I never want to hold a workshop again. But I thought to myself that it's okay, even if I'm inspiring people slowly, at least I'm actually meeting my conditions, or meeting my purpose, and achieving my path. So flexibility is key. Number 3, curiosity. So as an entrepreneur, it's actually very important that you've got a wide range curiosity about how the world works, but also how things tie together. And always keep in mind that you're going to actually strengthen your ability to see things from different angles and think laterally. So you need to have a strong desire to continuous learning. So I attend a lot of networking events. I know it's very important to actually build relationships. I had to learn about branding. I had to learn about positioning, sales and marketing, learn about public speaking. So, I had to work on my communication skills. So it's always good to have curiosity and try to learn something that's going to actually help you in your business. Number 4, commitment. So while passion may lead you to start your own business, you need to have that commitment throughout your journey as an entrepreneur. Okay. And that's going to really keep yourself committed. So you need to commit yourself to your goals. You need to think about what is your reason for starting your business, but also, what is your why? So when you're having those days when you are finding it difficult, or you're facing challenges, or you've had a setback, then at least you will have that why in front of you, and that will flash up in your mind. So it's always good to ensure that you commit to your goals and take that as a key factor in your success. Seek support. So as a prospective entrepreneur, or as a new aspiring entrepreneur, you need to be able to and willing to reach out to those around you for emotional support, but also be able to outsource. Because as a business owner, you're not going to know everything, and you're going to have to let things go, rather than wasting time on those things. So you can outsource them and give them to, bring people in and give them to the experts who are actually good at that particular thing that you want to do. So you need to surround yourself with the right people. Next, I want to move on to some ways you can develop a success mindset. So the first thing is you need to become more aware of your thoughts and what actually goes into your mind. So again, this is all about, you ensuring that you've got a choice. Okay, now you've got a choice, and you can choose what goes into your mind. You can choose what you hear, what you see, and how that can impact your mind is key. So you need to be able to protect your mind. Okay, read books that are going to inspire you, look at people that are going to uplift you, surround yourself with the right people and the support network that's going to help you to bring that positive thought into your mind. And again, that's going to help you to grow your mindset. Be grateful for what you have in your life. Again, every morning when I wake up, I think of at least 3 things that I'm grateful for in my life. And it's a good idea to actually keep a journal, because sometimes we tend to kind of take things for granted, or we forget about what we're grateful for when we're having those bad days. And that list, what you're creating in your journal, that will really help you and really put you back into that space of achieving your goals. Say positive things to yourself. So again, use positive affirmations. And positive affirmations are statements that you can actually repeat to yourself. And the more you repeat these statements to yourself, the more you will start to believe in them. So it's important that you say these to yourself either out loud, or in a quiet space somewhere. So take time out daily, even 5-10 minutes, to say some positive affirmations that can really emphasize the fact to your mind, but also help you to build that self-belief in yourself. Okay, reading books is key. So if you're new to reading, read at least 10 to 15 pages a day and listen to audiobooks. Okay, if you're not a person who likes reading, then I'd say listen to audiobooks at least, when you're traveling about in between meetings or at home. There's so many things that you can actually listen to that's going to help you with your mindset. Some business books that I would recommend are books like Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. That was a fantastic book on financial intelligence and owning a business. Another good book is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is a fantastic book. So I would definitely recommend these. One of the fantastic books that really stood out for me was a book called Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. And that was all about how you can actually learn to adapt to change and not just in the world of business, but in generally in life, when you're expecting changes or when you're unexpecting any kind of change to happen in your life. Surround yourself with the right people. And again, I can't emphasize that enough. You need to be around people that will inspire you, people that are going to be your mentors, people that you can help you to stay positive, people that are ambitious, people that are like-minded. So stay with those people, stick around with them, and always have an inner circle of people that you can talk to, that you can listen to, but also share your ideas. And Jim Rohn, he said that you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So it's important that you take action, but also be around the people that are going to help you and support you to take that action. Create good habits. And again, it sounds very basic, but look at the daily habits of successful people. So if there's a particular industry that you're in, it might be coaching. You might read about journals on coaching, okay, more about the coaching industry. And if it's to do with any other industry, it might be network marketing. See what books are out there that can help you with your network marketing business. See the people that have achieved that success, have been on that journey, and what they tell you about that journey and how you can actually learn from their mistakes. Become a lifelong learner. Again, life is full of experiences, and in order to gain those experiences to the full, you have to continuously start to learn new things, and that learning will really play a big part in developing your business. Take yourself out of your comfort zone. Again, when you take yourself out of your comfort zone, that's where the magic happens. Okay, so you're not going to be able to grow if you just stay in your comfort zone all the time. You have to stretch yourself, you have to challenge yourself, and do things that are going to really scare you at times. Set yourself some big goals. Okay, set yourself goals that are going to inspire you to take action. So it could be short, medium, and long-term goals, but ensure that you are setting goals, because that can really help your mindset to progress in the best possible way. So 5 key areas when you're setting goals are: make sure your goals are specific. Okay, you need to have clarity around your goals, and you know exactly what you want to achieve. Your goals need to be big and compelling as well. You need to write your goals down. Again, once you've written your goals down, you need to look at them daily. You need to take time out and review those goals every single day, any opportunities you get, and make sure your goals that you do set are aligned with your highest values, because that's key, especially if you want to achieve meaningful and purposeful goals. Then they need to be aligned with your values. Okay, so to summarize today's webinar, these are the key points. You can learn and get better at anything. Okay, so you just need to have that self-belief. You need to be able to put the action in, but also practice, and you can learn and get better at absolutely anything that you want to, whatever you put your mind to. You learn skills by doing, especially when you're stretched and you're challenged. Okay, so that's going back to the comfort zone. Take yourself out of that and go into the learning zone, and always make sure that you are pushing yourself a bit, slightly every single day, in order to take the action and achieve bigger results. Skills are built, not born. Okay, so there's always something that you can learn and develop that skill over time. It might be public speaking, it might be your sales skills, it might be marketing, or it might be social media marketing or digital marketing. Whatever it is for your business, ensure that you are working on those skills. Recognize that you have a choice. Okay, so we all have a choice, and it's up to you to actually make the right choice. And there's going to be times when you're going to make wrong choices, but don't beat yourself up around at that, at that time when that happens. Rather than that, learn from them and move forward. Take small action steps towards the growth mindset. Again, I'll repeat that. Take small action steps towards the growth mindset. Again, every little step that you take is going to help you to achieve something bigger. It's going to help you to accomplish a bigger goal. So ensure that you take small action steps consistently. And I think consistency is key in everything that I've covered today. If you do things consistently, that's going to help you to build habits, build daily routines, but also help you to achieve that success. So if you have any questions following this webinar or any further inquiries, you can find me on the social media, Also, you can email me for any questions or any further information about anything that I've covered today. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you've got great value from listening and being a part of this webinar. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.